Hello investors, I'm Stuart Kruse and welcome to Fitness Friday. And today we're going to be asking the question, what is the most important part about your fitness program? And your diet for that matter. What do you think it is? Should you be eating keto diet or no carbs or balanced diet or the South Beach or South Park? I don't care what you call it. Should you be doing cardio, weight training, cross training? What should you be doing? What's the most important thing? Well, the most important thing is consistency, right? To be consistent. Consistent with something that you can do over and over and over again, that fits within your lifestyle that you can work with. That's the most important part about your physical fitness program. And it's the same for investing. Now we have the presidential election coming up. So are you going to change your investment philosophy for the president, whoever wins? When Trump won last year, I had emails galore from clients, some saying get out, some saying that's the greatest thing. And the reality is, as an investor, what you just need is consistency. So let's take a look at some of the data. We have up here an article from Forbes, and I will post the link below. Every president since Truman, and the results will surprise you. It surprised me, actually. And I'm going to try and frame this in a little bit different way. But here's a list of our presidents, and here's some of the data from the president that was in power, the political party, the year, and the S&P return. Okay, that's what we have. Now, I reformatted this data a little bit to make it more graphical. And so we're going to look at the graphs here. And what we're showing is the S&P 500 returns by presidential periods. So Clinton and Obama were the best, two Democrats. Then followed by Republicans, Democrat, went back and forth. And the two Democrats that were the worst, the two worst performers were two Democrats, Nixon and Bush Jr. So what does that tell you? Well, should you just be invested then maybe only when a Democrat is in office, even if you think Republican policies are better for the market? Well, let's take a look at that thesis here. So what if you said, it looks like clearly Democrats were, historically have had the best returns. So let's say if you just invested as a Republican. So if I picked a party and I stayed the course and just invested as a Republican, here I'm flatline, I'm up, down, up, way up, back down for Bush, and up. And if I had started off with $10,000, I ended up with $64,000 basically right now. So that's a 550% return. But what if we added Democrats to this party? So if I put a Democrat in there and I only invested when there was a Democrat in office, instead of having $64,000, I'd end up with $350,000, a massive gain. So maybe that should be my new strategy. When a Republican's in office, I'm out, or when a Democrat's in office, I'm in. I could shift my thinking. But the reality is we're talking about consistency. You need to be consistent. So you need to find something that works for you. So what if you didn't care and you just stayed fully invested? When we add that, this number dwarfs both of them. 64,000, 350,000. This is $2.2 million on your $10,000. Same returns, same presidents, same time, just being consistent. That's the difference consistency makes. That's a humongous leverage factor. That's an order of magnitude different. So if you just decide you're going to work out here and there or eat right here and there, you might see some effects. You might even, if you pick the best one, historically, you might even see some decent effects. But if you remain consistent with both your portfolio and your fitness, you should see massive effects that compound off of each other. It's an important lesson for life and for investing. So I'm Stuart Kruse, and helping you to live your life with the odds in your favor.